Thank you, Madam Speaker, and through you to the members. I wanted to rise and speak about engrossment, but mainly because I thought there was a very important thing that we could have provided in this bill that I tried to actually speak on in the last amendment that was further amended. And it has to do with the notion that we could have done better in this bill. I want all of you to know that I'm not a lawyer and I've never played one on TV, but I do understand the difference between words, and I do believe that with at least one part of this bill on the gratuities that I spoke to, that I wanted to actually talk about in the further amendment that I was not able to be recognized on the left side of the chamber. Just so the members are aware, you can go off and explain it back to your people in your district, that I believe where we had a hole before with gratuities, we just opened that up to a larger hole in the universe, actually, by putting the word knowingly in there. You can all figure out what that means on your own. I started out today by rising in support of this bill and said I was going to vote for it, and I am going to vote for it. But I do believe we missed some incredible opportunity to put strength and teeth in this bill that would put our legislative mark with seriousness and intent. I think many of the amendments that were adopted today are good amendments. I've applauded the Speaker for taking up this issue at this time, but I think in our haste, we may have actually, in some areas, not done as well as we should have, and in fact, perhaps done the opposite of what we had intended. Having said that, you can only try. I think many of us tried to do that today. Many of us who have spoken at length about different amendments and why we thought they were important. One of the things that I can recognize to the leadership is the opportunity to have gotten up here and spoken on those amendments. Not all the amendments may have gone the way that I wanted them to go, but I can explain myself back to the people in my district, and I hope you can too. But in particular, I just want you to realize that we had a great opportunity. I thought we could actually make it a much stronger law, and for that I think that might be the only opportunity that was lost. I want to take the moment to thank the chairman from Northampton, who I think has done an admirable job of trying to bring together a very complex issue in a very short period of time. For those of us who were told and had presumed that this was going to be coming at a much later date, I talked with many members who were hoping that perhaps with a delay we'd have an ability to actually make this bill a little bit better than what it is today. We're hoping for more opportunities to talk about transparency, integrity, and accountability. And I hope you will join me, along with many other people, in making sure that every bill that we pass within the legislature has that standard to meet in the future. For today, I think we did some remarkable things and had incorporated some very good amendments. But on the flip side, I also think that we have unwound some of the things that were important, more important to keep in the bill than to omit and or, more important, not to change one word. So having said that, I want to thank the Speaker, not only the Madam Speaker, but the Speaker who's not here in this chamber today, for the opportunity to bring this forward. And I hope that when it is engrossed, we do put our support behind it and we'll be able to explain it back to the people back home. For at the end of the day, this is not about us. It's about the public and whether we have offered them a very sincere, comprehensive bill. And my hope is that, in some ways, this will be the first step, but not the last step. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.